Okay, we've got a segment right now coming up that I'm looking forward to. It's going to be an interview with Rachel Jordan from the Jazz Ensemble performing at the Mary C. Coming up this weekend, Saturday night. Hey, Rachel, good to see you.
Hey, how are you? I'm interested in this program, and I definitely want to be see the apothecary. My throat is a little bit sore, but I'm totally into Egyptian mysticism. I have on my ankh, if you can see it,
Wow.
and I'm loving everything about that. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's great. Well, my friend Keith Collins, I used to work with at Jackson State when I was there,
Yeah.
called me and he said, I've got this great jazz ensemble from New Orleans that's going to be
Yeah.
performing at the Mary C. And so here we are.
Yeah, Keith is a great friend. I was at JSU too. I was in the music department. I was the strings teacher, and I conducted the orchestra as well. So we have it's what they 6 degrees of separation, me and you.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
Yeah.
and now with the connection with the Blue Lotus, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
Exactly. I love
we'll be
it.
here Saturday. Whenever you guys come to town, if you're coming to town at a point where, if you're coming to town at a point where we're open before you perform, let us
I'm definitely coming. Yeah, I'm definitely
come
coming
by.
to see it. Yes,
So,
I'm definitely
okay.
coming.
Now, okay, Rachel, tell us now. You're part of the jazz ensemble. You're the violinist, right?
Right. Yeah. Can you see I got my violin with me?
So
So
now we've got a video coming up, and this is
yeah.
a recent performance that I guess you guys did, and this is what we'll be seeing Saturday night, right?
Yes, that's right. We're going to be doing a little bit of smooth jazz and some straight ahead jazz tunes. We got some good surprises, Ipanema, and I think my sister's we got a great string arrangement of Killing Me Softly. I think she's going to do that. But we may change it around, but we have some popular tunes, stuff from the songbook. So we're excited about it. And my brother Marlon, who's a fantastic trumpet player, we are doing some music from his catalog because he's recorded at least 4 or 5 records with CBS Records.
And your sister is the vocalist, right?
Oh yeah, my sister Stephanie is the jazz vocalist. She also has a fantastic jazz album dedicated to Lena Horne. She's one of the #1 jazz singers, but she goes between jazz and she likes to do R&B tunes in the jazz vernacular. So that's what we kind of do. We combine all of the elements together.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick look at this clip, and then you and I will come back and talk in a minute, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Let's take a look at this clip. We'll be right back.
I think about this life I live, a figure made of clay. Think about the things I've lost, things I gave away. When I'm in a certain mood, I can search the halls and look. One night I found these magic words in a magic book.
Yeah, that's a nice
Okay,
clip
that
you
was
did.
great. So
Thank
we're
you.
looking forward to seeing you on Saturday
Yes.
night. And what time does the show begin?
We're at 7 p.m. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait to get back to Ocean Springs. This will be our 4th time at Ocean Springs. I did one classical concert, but my sister did a jazz performance, and then we did a Christmas show, which with a jazz Christmas show. We have a jazz album of Christmas music as well. that we did, and the audiences were great. So please come out. We really want y'all to come out. This is for you, for Ocean Springs. We love the theater and we love the people of Ocean Springs.
So tell me about your musical journey. How did it begin, and what are your influences?
Well, I started off doing. I'm a classical musician. I played in New Orleans Symphony. I actually played a little bit with Jackson Symphony in when I was in at JSU. I've started off with that. I went to Peabody Conservatory. I come from a jazz family. My dad is Edward Kidd Jordan, the late Edward Kidd Jordan. He used to play with a drummer, Alvin Fielder, with Fielder Drugs, and they had a group called IAQ. My uncle is a great clarinetist, Alvin Baptiste. But so I come from this big musical family, and my brother's Kent is a jazz flutist. Stephanie is a jazz vocalist. My brother Marlon is a jazz trumpeter, as you can hear. So we have this big family. But actually, Marlon and Kent both studied classical music. Because Kent went to Eastman, he studied classical and jazz. Marlon was accepted at Juilliard, but he won a contract at 15 years old, so he was out on the road in Japan, everywhere playing. So I was in school and he was playing everywhere. But so I come from this musical family, and I couldn't choose between the genres. So I just started doing concerts where we have half classical on one part and then half jazz on the other part. So that's how it started. And then my family was like, okay, you got to learn how to play improvise. You got to improvise. So that's what I started doing, and it's really helped me with my classical music, I have to say.
So the violin in jazz, that's a little different, isn't it?
Right, totally. It's like you with the AI. I love it. I'm into AI too as well. But so it's different. It's unique, but it has a space. So like what you're doing, you're ahead of the fray, and I'm following some people. Like Jean-Luc Ponty, and they had a bunch of French violinists who were influenced by all the jazz, and so it's a nice fit when you do it. So I like to kind of fit myself where it sounds really good.
So where have you been in your musical journeys across
Oh my
the
God.
ocean? Tell us a little bit about some of that.
Where haven't I been? I've actually been a lot of places. I did a thing in China. I've been to Russia. I've been to Finland. I've been to Korea. I've been to any place in Europe you can name it. Italy. I did a great show with my uncle in Italy, France. I just came back from France, actually, Paris. I've been everywhere. I haven't been to Africa. I've been hit not Australia either. So I'm looking forward to doing those continents. But I've been a lot of places, and all with music, I have to say.
Are you sort of surprised sometimes by the reaction of those folks in Europe when they hear American jazz for the first time, or live?
People in Europe love jazz, and my sister did a tour at Marciac, and everywhere she went, they would just go la 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 do do do, and so it's when the Saints go marching in. So you say you from New Orleans, everybody's like, you can play jazz. I'm like, well, not really, but now I can. So everywhere people know jazz, everywhere people know that music.
I don't know. This is just me saying this, and I'm sure this is a lot of people feel this way. But when you think back at the history of jazz in New Orleans, and you think about the great emissary that brought
Right.
it to the planet, you gotta think about Louis Armstrong and the impact
yeah.
he had globally as an ambassador for the United States, for America, all over the world through jazz.
And that's what people associate. I have to admit, everybody knows him and Sidney Bechet from New Orleans. And but like I always tell people, there are a lot of people like outside of Mississippi, New Orleans, that made that gumbo together, that worked. Like Leontine Price is from Mississippi. They got so many great people. And the Verrett family, Shirley Verrett, who is one of these great singers, whose family was between Mississippi and New Orleans. There's this strong connection. So there's all of that in the mix. But yeah, they associated with it.
Well, Rachel, thank you for being with us today. Good luck
Thank
on
you
the
so
show tomorrow
much.
night. We're excited
Thank
about
you.
it, and we hope to have you back. We'll stay in touch, and we'll have you back on, and you can keep us abreast of where you're going next,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great show. Okay, that's Rachel Jordan. She will be performing with her jazz ensemble at the Mary C. Saturday night, tomorrow night.